Happy Saturday to you. I don't know when you're watching this, but it's Saturday for me. I am at my shed so I can get some artwork done. Hi. Got my backpack with all my things in it. I have my iPad with me because I think I want to use my iPad for like reference instead of my phone because the screen's so tiny. And then I have this bag of art stuff that I had just laying around my house that I would much rather just have in my shed. So conditioning for like 2 seconds so I could talk. Actually, it's not that hot right now outside because it just like downpoured. My air conditioning is not fighting against like 90-degree weather outside. Before I get started painting, little backstory. I was gifted a big box of Winsor & Newton paint. Not a big box, like a variety pack of Winsor & Newton paint. And before that, I had been painting with Gamblin, and before that, I was painting with like Master's Touch, but I was recommended to paint with Gamblin. I was loving the Gamblin, and then when I got the variety pack of Winsor & Newton, I was given like way more colors than I had of the Gamblin, so then I started using the Winsor & Newton. Did I like the Winsor & Newton as much as I like the Gamblin? I did not like it. It was just not, it wasn't bad, it just was not for me. I think the body of it just wasn't heavy enough. It was translucent. Like I would paint a layer and I still saw the underpainting. Like it wasn't a vibe. I've been painting with Winsor & Newton for a little bit now, and I get frustrated every time I paint with it because I'm just like, this is not heavy enough. So I finally went out and I got some new Gamblin. We're happy about that. Michael's was having a buy one get 150 sale. The only way I'm gonna buy new paint is if I'm getting it on a sale. I got yellow medium, I believe, right? Cadmium yellow medium. I got burnt sienna. I cannot live without my burnt sienna. A ultramarine blue. This is the only blue that I paint with, really. I don't like any of those other blues. And then last I got a naphthol red. The other red, the cadmium medium red, it was there, but it was like $4 more extra, and I was like, you know what, these kind of look similar. Hopefully when I paint with them, they're similar. But I just got here and look what I found. A full bottle of cadmium red. I'm glad I didn't buy another one of those. I'm gonna be painting with these today. I got a new easel. I have not had an easel in probably a couple years. Like a fully functioning artist easel in like a couple years. When I was prepping this canvas right here, I flipped the easel on, it's like horizontal. It's able to do that. So it fully flips horizontal, which is awesome. And I can grit it without like sitting on the floor. I can like put a nice even coating of gesso on it. It's actually a whole vibe. I love this thing so far. The only thing was like putting it together took me about like an hour and a half, but that underpainting is still kind of wet. I was here, what, a few days ago? I think I'm gonna start off with his face. Let's paint. Alexa, play. I will say some colors I will opt to use the Winsor & Newton only because I did not get like the full set of Gamblin. I just got like my main primary colors and then just like the burnt sienna. So I do have this burnt umber. I love a burnt umber. When you mix burnt umber and ultramarine blue, you get a color that is really close to black, but it's not black. So it's easier to blend. It doesn't make your colors super muddy. That's how I make my darkest shade, at least until the end. If I want to add a darker shade at the end, I will go ahead with some black, like in the pupils or something. Okay, I've been moving a lot of stuff around, mostly because I've been moving, and a lot of my art is now in the shed. Some of it before was in my old house, and now it's not. So a lot of stuff is just like all over the place. I found this paint in my house. It's like literally a huge tube of white paint, and I don't take white paint for granted. So if I have like a big old tube of white paint, I'm gonna get as much paint out of here as I can because you always need white paint. I got this paint squeezer. It's been helping me get all throughout the tube because I don't know, it's really hard to squeeze this. If you're an artist and you don't have one of these, you gotta go get you one of these. Alrighty, we got some paint out there, and now I'm gonna start painting. I got some paint all over my hands. All right, so now it's time to get started painting. I'm super excited to get started painting. Let me tell you, at home, I did a little sketch on a piece of paper. I decided that I wanted to make this my next painting. When I got to the studio the last time I was here, which is probably like a few days before this, I grabbed my nearest canvas, gessoed it, and then started on a sketch. Sprayed it down with some workable fixatives so that sketch wouldn't move, and then I did a nice layer of underpainting. Let me tell you, once I started putting that Gamblin paint on the canvas, I immediately felt a difference. The body of it is like so heavy that when I'm blending, I don't even see the underpaint. It's amazing. I don't even know how to explain it. Air conditioning turn off, please. Immediately, yes. Immediately, I feel a difference. Immediately, I see a difference. Immediately, I'm back into it. Like this, that's what was missing. That's it. That's all I have to say. Gamblin, I just want to say thank you. This, yeah, I feel so much better now. So quick little recap on my painting journey. I actually haven't been painting as much as I would like, but you know, that's just because of outside factors, work, and it being super hot outside, which also makes it hot in the shed. So I just haven't been painting as much as I'd like, but I really want to get back into my groove full force because it's just where I feel like most myself, the most in tune with my creativity and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm really trying to get back into it. I just got to figure out what that thing is to just really make me feel fully inspired and in tune with my creativity. So as I continued to make progress with this painting, I just got more and more excited, which is how the process usually goes when a painting is turning out well. The colors were going on so well. It was a great, I don't know, something about that Gamblin, I'm telling you right now, that was kind of what was missing, I promise you. Good news. I think I figured it out. I think I figured out why I haven't been that excited about painting. I probably didn't have the right products. As soon as I put that Gamblin oil paint to the canvas, oh my gosh, it was like, I was like, yeah, I'm home. This is it. So that's the good news. I guess the bad news is that I'm gonna have to make it to my car in the dark Florida, rainforesty, swamp, rainy, froggy, blizzardy, snaky darkness that is Florida, and it is 8:39 right now. I'm really happy with where I've gotten so far. Like it's not too like it's I feel myself again, because this is kind of like my vibe. Like this, like when I get started on something and it's good from the start, or I feel like it's working out from the start, usually it can turn into something pretty good. Here's my palette. I barely use any of that burnt umber, but so now I have to wash my brushes. That's one thing I always forget to do, is wash my brushes. I don't know if this is gross. Obviously, I don't have water supply out here except for the water that my air conditioning collects. So sometimes I wash my brushes in that. Why waste water? You know, my air conditioning does collect water because of the moisture in Florida, and just air conditionings collect water. This is the very best soap for washing your brushes, and then just like keep dunking it until it's all clean, really. You know, as much as I can stay in the shed until I actually have to leave, I'm gonna do that. That's all for today. I just really wanted to get started on that painting, which I'm really glad that I did. I don't know why. Like I've been getting used to this camera that I have, the Sony ZV-E10. It is a lot different than my Canon. I've been trying to like adjust the features, adjust the settings, adjust everything. And so a lot of my clips look different than the other clips. And then like I go into editing it and then I'm like, ugh, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm like, ugh, like this doesn't look right. It's not gonna mesh together well. I'm gonna hopefully watch this video back and be like, yeah, this is good. This is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I'm done. I digress. If you want to follow me for my socials on my artwork, all my platforms are at Kirsten Arts. No underscores, no numbers, no dots, no dashes, because there are people out here trying to scam people using my artwork and my content, which is not a vibe. So be careful out there. There's a lot of losers using other people's content to scam people. So anywho, hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope to have you back watching the next video. Bye. Oh, and subscribe. Okay, bye.